Good morning. Good morning. I'm on my way to the lake. This is the fourth day in a row that I'm on my way to the lake. Now, how many fish have you caught, Chris? Well, I mean, that's depends on what you mean. How many fish that I'm targeting have I caught, which are crappie? That's hard to say, maybe zero is the way that you would say it. I mean, it depends on where you're from, how you would say that. Like, you might use a different language and say it in a different way. But anyway, zero is the answer. I have caught a couple of bass and a couple of drum, and it hasn't been good. But I'm determined. A lot of people would look at it and go, "Man, you are an idiot. Why would you go 4 days in a row and not catch it?" Because I'm determined. I've always been very determined on things and fixed on when I decide I'm going to do something. And there's probably maybe some employers out there right now looking at this going, "Man, I need a guy like that. I need a guy that's determined and won't quit." And if I was an employer, that'd be an important thing. But now I will say this: determination, is probably what made me really good at some things and really bad at other things. Because if it wasn't working, I was not going to quit. And I've watched a lot of documentaries. I like to watch documentaries. And like, for example, you watch one about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, that guy he's one of the most determined people I have ever seen, in the documentary. That guy was just determined to do what he was going to do. And I mean, whatever he set out to do, he did it. And, in the documentary, it's like just bragged about how determined he was, and that sounds great, when you're a person watching it and you're thinking, I'm determined. And, but the thing about it is he was Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Arnold Schwarzenegger being determined to be the world's greatest bodybuilder is entirely different than me being determined. Because no matter how much I worked out, no matter how determined I was not going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's just the way it is. So whenever you see these documentaries about people like that, and he set out to become the greatest singer, or he set out to become the greatest architect, some of those people, it wasn't just because they were determined. Now, you got to be determined first. You can't just quit every, whatever. Obviously, determination is important. But determination, I'm here to tell you today, is not the answer. It's weird, isn't it? It's a conundrum. Do I need to be determined or not? So, despite all that, I'm still determined, and I always will be, and I always am. And today, I may go out there today and catch 50 fish. I don't know. I may not catch a single fish. I know today's my last day. I got to go home. I can't stay, up here forever in Cedartown trying to catch fish at Lake Weiss, which is where I have been. And it's been fun. To me, this is fun. I love to fish. So I could go do this every day. This doesn't take a lot of determination and grit. I just like it. So just kind of told on myself there. But I'm the kind of person, once I determine I'm going to do something, man, I'm going to make it work. And what's bad is when it's not working. I'm not flexible enough I'm not going to change. I just keep doing it. And I mean, now, eventually, after I've knocked my head against the wall like this, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, and not caught a single crappie, at some point there, I do give up. I am a quitter. I'm not determined. I'm just a quitter. See, that's the way I feel. If I stop, I feel like I'm just a quitter. I'm like, well, dang, Chris, you tried it 4 or 5 days in a row. I don't think you just quit. I think you really gave it the old college try. What does that mean, the old college try? Is that determination or is that quitting? Anybody know? Let's take a time out, get some gas. So, on the flip side of determination, this is the one that always got me. You got a person and they just got all the ability in the world and opportunity and stuff like that, and they are not determined at all. They just quit anytime, anything. Now, see, that's the opposite. That's the opposite. I was never that kind of thing. But now, trying to narrow all this down, let's try to come to a final conclusion. Which is better, to be determined or to be able to change very easily? I don't know. I know this is, it's better to find something that you have an ability to do, that you have some kind of, natural talent toward, and become determined in that. If you can do that first and then become determined, don't become determined to be something. That happens to so many people. They just, I'm going to be, I want to be in the NBA, and I'm 5'8", I can't, I'm not going to be in the NBA. Find what you're good at and get determined in that, and don't give up. Just like, and you're like, well, Chris, you must be really good at fishing. No, I'm not particularly. I don't have a talent. Now, y'all may laugh. See, some of y'all right now are going, talent in fishing? What are you? You have lost your mind. I'm telling you, there are people that are just intuitive, talented fishermen. I can't explain it. And I know a lot of you right now are going, Chris, you have lost your mind. It's just fishing. You throw a bobber out there with a worm on it and catch fish. No. Or you get one of those sonar units that are thousands and thousands of dollars that show you the fish, and you can see the fish right there, and all you got to do is catch the fish. And you can learn how to do all that kind of stuff, and you can learn a lot about fishing and become a good fisherman by practice, as I have attempted to do, because I've practiced a lot. If practice makes perfect, I should be getting pretty close to perfect. But anyway, the people that I'm talking about, it's unexplainable. They can just catch fish. And if you're a fisherman and you fished with a lot of different people, you know what I'm talking about. People, there are people out there that they amaze you. You'll be in a club with them or in a tournament or whatever, and nobody catches anything, and they just go out there and do something. And if they do it one time, it might be blind luck. But when they do things like that over and over again, they catch all these fish, you're just like, how did you decide that? How did you know there were fish over there? I don't know. They don't know, because they're talented at it. They're just, like I said, they're intuitive anglers. See, that's a word a lot of you guys, you never imagined you were going to hear, intuitive angler. And I didn't make that up. I got that from somewhere. Don't think that I'm all that smart. Remember, I'm a teacher by trade, and teachers steal everything. There's hardly, we're not really, most teachers are not innovators. They're copiers, and they take something, and they're good at that. They're good at taking things that they learn from somebody else and then reproducing it and doing it themselves. This is it. This is the last day. I'm not going to stay here another day. I swear to you right now, today is my last day. I'm determined to make this my last day. And I'm determined to catch fish today, just like I was yesterday and the day before and the day before. Let's go catch some fish. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.